Yes, good morning, good morning. We were enjoying some music in here. That's why I had muted. Urban wanted loud music. Not so urban. Yeah, so I've just, and because I don't have copyright for the music, I cannot have a live that has music that I don't have copyright for. So that's why I had muted. Sorry about that. I hope you guys are having a good day. It seems to be a bright day, brighter than yesterday at least. Yeah. We have been behind this rough for since kumabanda naye omukyalo no talisitedde bulungi ku bbala abadde azungu oba yakaterera oba abaddemu otulo abadde azungazungamuko oba abaddeko hangover mukama yamanyi. But I hope you guys are having a good day. Good morning Martha, Emma, and October. Yeah, it was my fault, Emma naye. Good morning, Kenny. Urban was enjoying some good reggae music. So, because we don't have copyright, you cannot just share. Well, what is about traffic? You see the car in front of us. Good morning, Daniel. If you can see how those two tires, the rear tires, are in position. The tire on the right, where that is caused by bad shock. The tire on the left, on the other hand, is positioned properly. Kakati. The tire on the right can be a result of a bad shock, sometimes a bad hub. Naka akakono kemulaba because ye inaka kono ukalengera. That can be a cause. And I was seeing an experimental video yesterday. They were experimenting what a bad hub can do to a car. A bad driving shaft, sorry. Bad driving shaft. Driving shaft is make it and in this particular case, the guy was driving in one position, drifting, and the driving shaft yakutuse negera ne ba exhaust neita mu battery yemmoroka nengera. But of course that would happen if you are driving at a very high speed. Someone is still there. Have you seen a boda guy with a reflector that has someone? Why don't people give up? I guess that's what differentiates us. The Samona guy is not giving up. Should we go main road? It's already 7:18. 7:18. Kajamu kalengera bannange eri maaso. The shortcut yaffe tulabe. Wayinza okubaayo ku mulamwa. The car in front of us is a car one of us asked about the Toyota Platz. That's the sister of the Vitz. And I was telling you that that's like a Vitz itself. The difference is that this one has a boot. Okay, but everything else that goes to a Vitz goes to that car. This one just has one thing, boot. But without the boot, it's a total Vitz. You'll find that there are chances that one is a 1.0cc. So I don't really encourage anyone to buy 1.0cc Platz because you're going to load the boot like you're loading a Corolla, which is 1.5cc, and the engine will not live no more than a year. Katononoli abadde azunga enjawulo ali makati gaku omulaba wadde eno wadde eri oba bayigirawo emmoroka omulaba ate nno kyewuunyisa musajja mukulu ali myaka nga 5 oba bayigirawo emmoroka bannange ye bwe watabaawo kalayini mumakati talina imaginary line. So for us that learned how to drive, we know that even when there is no line, there is an imaginary line in the center of the road. That you have to know that this is my side. You do the math. This is my side, and the other side is the side of the cars that are coming towards me. You get, and then you balance the road accordingly. So you guys, I hope you've been seeing the conversations on social media about Entebbe Airport. So I just thought Febani Abagana talk about this conversation. I mean, it has personally around 2000. I think it was 2011. Around 2011, it kind of happened to me, but at that time it wasn't really popular. But it sort of happened to me, and I'll share my side of the story later. But I was watching these videos, and they were very sad. I saw one of the guys cry. He's still in Uganda. He did not go. And for him, he said he had everything: air ticket, visa, yellow fever vaccination card, which I don't really think is even a thing anymore. But yeah, I still have my yellow fever thing, but I think it's even expired now, because I got vaccinated for yellow fever in like 2010. And from what I know, that vaccine is valid for about 10 years. So I think I have to go and get vaccinated again. Yeah. So anyway, so he says he had everything. He had a visa. By the time, most of the times, at least for the countries that I've traveled to, you don't get a visa before you show proof of air ticket booking. At least you book a flight. You get. But if you don't book a flight, you're not. Most of the times you're not given a visa. At least the times I've traveled. So it's very hard for like a country. Let's say I'm going to Denmark, and I'm going to go through, let's say, Amsterdam. It's very hard for them to say to give you a visa and not tell you that you'll need a transit visa if you needed one. You get. So this time I was going to Portugal, and it happened to me, and it was never popular that these guys were after money at that time. At that moment, it wasn't a thing. I think they were doing it. I was young, and it happened. Almost what happened to this guy. So this guy is saying that he borrowed money from people. He processed everything. Like I've seen most people. I've seen people that are trying to go to Dubai, Qatar. They borrow money basically. Some people sell their plots of land. Some people have their parents sell their plots of land to be able to go and make a better life for themselves. Because tell mwana wa mugaga agenda Dubai. They go to Canada, they go to the US, they go to the UK. So tell mwana wa muntu ali bulungi agenda Dubai and Qatar. And these people know. Whoever is going to Dubai, they are trying to make life better for themselves. Whoever goes to the Arab country, let's just say, they are trying, anybody that is not even the Arab country, anybody that's trying to go anywhere, they're trying to make life better for themselves. And these guys know. But apparently, they don't care. You get. And it's a really sad thing. I've been seeing stories of people, and it seems like it has happened to almost 50% of people that have been going abroad. And one thing that probably those guys at Entebbe Airport don't know is that it's a ticking time bomb. You guys have seen horror movies where we have vigilantes on the loose, and they go around killing people that they assume, or people that they have proved to be evil. You get. And we see these things in movies, we read about them in storybooks. You get. And it's important that you think about it. That what if Uganda got a sort of evil vigilante? You get, who is going around killing evil people? Would you survive? You get. And I think the people at the Entebbe Airport, the people at the Ministry of Internal Affairs, they don't think about it. You get. I've had instances where, for example, people at the Internal Affairs, they look at someone, he's called Mokasa. Hi Eddie. They see someone called Mokasa. That Subaru there is the Subaru Exiga, the one that looks like a liar. Not beautiful at all. In front, this thing is not beautiful at all. The Exiga, you get. Me, I can't lie to myself that thing is beautiful. It has never been beautiful for me. Of course, it's big, and I'm sure that's why people are buying it. It's a family car. Good morning, Arthur, and my colleagues. Good morning, Kanso Asiku. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. Yeah. So you guys, I don't know, you can share your experience if it has ever happened to you, or if you know someone it has happened to. It's an evil thing. And I think one of the mistakes that these people are making, the ones that are talking about Entebbe Airport, they are talking about it in Uganda. Okay? And for you to spread a message, for it to go viral globally, you would actually need to push the message in a language that can be understood even by the algorithms. You know, people mostly are doing this on TikTok, and TikTok understands English. It doesn't understand Uganda. Okay? So I think one of the things that these people are doing is that they are doing these videos in Uganda, and the TikTok algorithm doesn't understand Uganda. You get? I think they should start complaining about Entebbe Airport in English, so that when the algorithms are listening to words, they pick up keywords and they spread, they make the videos go viral. You get? Globally, not just Uganda. Besides, Ugandans are already following things that are in Uganda. You get? So I'm thinking that's the biggest mistake they are making. And for this thing to go global, because you need to understand that Entebbe is an international airport, and it's guided by standards that are set by the international, let's say, you see, we have Civil Aviation Authority, but there is an International Aviation Authority, and these videos going viral internationally would reach the aviation authority that takes all the aviation authorities of all countries, and they would definitely put some stringent rules on the airport. You get? So of course it's going viral Uganda wise, and in Uganda it has gotten to the ears of whoever, but I know that these things could not have been happening if it were not sanctioned by a big person. You get? If it were not so, there is someone big, a minister, a minister's son, probably even the first family is aware of these things. You get? Otherwise they would have stopped a long time ago. You get? Hi Nico. So I'm thinking that if already it's known locally, which it is like the corruption of the police officers. I know that if a traffic officer takes money from you, he's first collecting to make the target that his boss sent for him for. You get? I'm thinking that if a traffic, because I had a friend of mine, of course he died now, he joined the police, and the norm was that for you to go on the road as a traffic officer, you actually buy your way to the road. Okay, you buy your way to the road, but you also buy your way to a motorcycle. Okay, for you to get a traffic motorcycle, you actually buy it. Then if you want to get a traffic car, you see those traffic police patrols, you also buy your way to be in that thing, or to drive it or something. And then after buying, you actually have daily targets that you have to remit to your bosses. You get? So I doubt that the operation that is going on at Entebbe Airport is not something that is known by the big people, first of all in the Civil Aviation Authority, Ministry of Works. You get? And so it should be a thing that is in a loop it's a loop that the person at the desk gets 500,000 from you, they keep 100, then they report 400, and they are also given some money from the 400. You get it? And then even the supervisor is also pays to their supervisor until it gets to the very last person. Man, me, I don't even want to remember the struggles we have to go through after 4 months that I have come back for my vacation. Yeah. Good morning, Charles. And you know, Emma, I think the only person that would not understand would be the person that has not gone through Entebbe Airport. Besides my very, very bad experience that I will share later, I think there is a time I went to the airport. I have everything. Normally, me, I don't pay for my air tickets. I don't pay for my visa. So I always have an invitation. Good morning, Seth. I always have an invitation. I always have, of course, I have a visa. And normally my visas are fluid. I get my visa in like 2 or 3 days. So I don't think that an embassy like let's say the Swedish embassy can give someone a visa in 2 days if they don't have a reputation of going and coming back. You get, because I understand under the law, those people at the Entebbe airport desk have a right to stop you from going if they believe you will not come back. You get. But so this particular one time, I go to the airport. I have everything. I normally have everything. I have travel insurance. I have my air ticket. I have the visa. I have an invitation. I have hotel booking. And then this chick. I particularly think that as Ugandans, we were raised to be humble. That's a chikumi, guys. For the people that don't know what a chikumi is, that's a chikumi. And you see, the chikumi, it's a UAG. And you see the condition it's in, that kachikumi, someone will tell you they want 6.5 million shillings and people will buy it 6.5 million. Do you know why? Because it's very easy to maintain. That's the kind of car that will outlive all the Sientas on the road. All the Sientas will get off the road and that chikumi will still be on the road. And then we have this high jet. These are the cars that tell me to buy. Now that one has a Daihatsu engine. It's like the Terios. Togura. I know you'll get tempted to say Katingangule Vani, Kasatenyo. Oh, anyway, I think I was saying, I think that we as Ugandans were raised to be very humble people. That someone, I hear tears whenever I remember. Let me give you this example. Our company charters Air Uganda plane for us to use every time we travel. We had an office we have to go through before we proceed to clearing. So I particularly think that we as Ugandans are very humble people. That someone will step on your head, akulinyirira bwati naye gwe ng'osirise ng'ogamba Mukama ali musasula, Mukama ali musasula, Mukatonda teyerabira abantu be. Let me tell you one thing. I think that God gave us our brains to think for ourselves. He cannot think for you everything. You get it? And I doubt that there is any moment that the people at the Entebbe airport have stopped a northerner. Northerners are very straight people. They will come and tell you, why are you stopping me? You get, a northerner will shout where he needs to shout. They are not humble. The rest of the tribes in Uganda are very humble people, and it's not a very good thing. I think that's one thing that we can improve. You get, we tend to be the kind of people that will be oppressed by a particular person. One person will oppress everyone, and everyone will keep on their knees praying to God that one time this oppression will stop, when they themselves can actually stop the oppression. Now, me in particular, I thought I was an isolated case. This one time I go to the airport, I have everything that I need. And this chick tries to tell me that I cannot go because I look like I will not come back. So I asked her, I will not come back. Do you think you have a better life than me for you to think that if you can stay in Uganda? What makes you think that I will not stay? So I opened my passport for her, and I had like 2 pages remaining to get full, and I showed her all these visas, which included Canada, the UK, and the US, which are the heavens for people that want to go. And I asked her, if I went to Canada and I came back, and I was there for like 2 days, I went to the US and I came back, this big motorcycle or that big lorry that is carrying a grader. There is a lorry. That lorry in front is carrying a grader. You've seen it?
I'm saying the motorcycle.
The big motorcycle, it has gone, it's there.
Yes, it's going.
Eddie, they don't give hard time to only first-time travelers. Like me, I'm giving you an example where my passport was almost full of visas.
What is that tractor?
The tractor, the lorry is taking the tractor for work at a construction site. Yeah. So my passport was almost full, and this chick was telling me I seem like I will not come back to my country. Now let me say this: it's not like everyone that is Ugandan is very proud to be a Ugandan with the things that are going on. But well, we are Ugandans, and if we don't come back to our country and fix it, no one will fix it for us. I don't know if I make sense. No one is going to make this country better. So this person was telling me, we all think, everybody is thinking that the Entebbe airport staff are paid very handsomely. But trust me, they are not well off, because all those guys, to get that job at Entebbe, they pay someone, and they continuously remit money every month to their godfathers and godmothers to keep them in their jobs. So there are chances that they actually make less than people that are riding borders. That's why they are carrying crates of milk. Yeah. So there are chances that they are badly off. So this chick was stopping me, Nakambuwala, and I shouted on top of my voice. All the things I was saying on the top of my voice, because she said, toyagala togenda kudda tojagenda. And I asked her, who are you to stop me from traveling? And at that time I think I was 20. I told her I was traveling at 17. At 17 you are probably in the village. You get, and you're trying to stop me from traveling when even the embassy so that I could come back. But you, a miserable person who works at the airport, wants to stop me. And I said, my passport is almost full of visas. I'm going to apply for a new passport when I come back. But you actually think that when I go, I will not come back. And the lady stamped my passport. You get? I don't even know why I'm calling her a lady, because she's an idiot. I don't know if she's there. At that time, I thought I was an isolated case because I had dreadlocks. So I thought maybe she targeted me because I had dreadlocks. You get? And those stories were not shared anywhere. So people have not been sharing for the longest period of time. I thought the Entebbe airport thing was isolated with me. And then, all of a sudden this year, stories are pouring of girls that are crying, how they missed their flight 3 times because they refused to pay 500,000, or because they could not afford $100 for someone at the airport. Idiots at the airport. You can imagine, Uganda is banning you. You want to go, make some money, come back with capital and make your life better, make the life of your family better. And some idiot at the airport thinks that she has the right to say, go back to your miserable life. She has a right to say you don't have a right to go and make your life better. You get? Yeah, humble. There is a story of a chick that shared that she and a group of other girls were going to Dubai. Okay? And they reached the airport. They went everywhere. And I think at the airport, even the cleaner will ask for a bribe. So they had paid bribe to officers where they check your luggage from. They had paid bribes to everyone. You get it? And they reached this last, you know, the last checkpoint where you give your passport and they stamp it. And there was this lady. People have been talking about her. And this chick was saying that this lady is a sister to the first lady. And I can't confirm it, but it's what she said in the video. And this lady said, I think she divided people that have visit visas, which is a practice that they do. And she's visit visa. Then there were these people that have workers visas. And then she said, you pay this amount of money. If you don't have, you're not going. And they did not go. They did not go that day. So even the security people were feeling sorry for them. So they said, you guys, this woman is very powerful. So she will not allow you to go. But if you want to go, you come on Saturday. Okay? You come on Saturday, and that on Saturday she doesn't work. Okay? So if you come on Saturday, you will go. Indeed, when they came on Saturday, the day she doesn't work, they all went. And this time they did not get any trouble. You get? And this chick was saying that this lady here doesn't take 100,000, she doesn't take 200,000, she wants a lot of money. You guys are buying yogurt? No? Eh? So that this lady doesn't take small monies. You get? You can imagine someone being that powerful to the extent that that person can say 50 people are not getting out of this country. Or she take it, 50 people who all have visas that are legal, who all have air tickets, who all have invitations. Some of these people have jobs waiting for them. But this person says, Mwete molina jemola go kuja kunga mumpadde sente. You get? Ugandans are too humble. You can imagine if all the good morning, Nathan. You can imagine if all these 50 people made noise. Do you think they would not have gone? Yes, if it's one person making noise, the chances that they will bring Smanya airport security to arrest you. But can they bring airport security to arrest all 50 people? No, they wouldn't. You get it? But we as Ugandans, we take it for humbleness. We have been raised where our parents beat us. They beat you. Your mother beats you and you cry, and then she beats you. She even beats you for crying. That's a very evil thing. Now your self-esteem is trampled upon. No better self-esteem. We get to a point that even when at a time when I'm a broke boy. Where did I put all that money? So we have been raised to a point where that someone will step you na yengo otyanti why kannenyiriddde okutuuka wano ayinza ate okunnenyirira okusinga wano senga naayogera ku ekyo. You get it? And that doesn't just come to Entebbe Airport. I think it even comes to our families. In our families, we have all those guys that have some money, that have some influence, okay, that have a good job. Those people in our families, batulinyirira to the extent balinyira ne bazadde baabwe, balinyira ne bakulu baabwe, n'abanga ye buli muntu amukijjanya, and the entire family is silent. Why? Not that they are doing anything for the family, anything good for the family, but it so happens that they have some money. So everyone is thinking that why ayinza tuyinza tukanga tumwetaaga n'agaana okutuyamba. You get? And I also think that even the poverty that we have grown up in is a reason okwokwetya matha kwogamba omuntu omwavu yeetya because asuubira yeetaaga buli muntu omulala. You get? When you're broke, you tend to think that why? So I hope you get where I'm coming from. That person like me, let me just read some few comments now that I'm packed. Those people mostly give her time, no Eddie, not just first time travelers. Me, I've experienced it in a passport and Genda Kujula. They are aware that 76 are coming, but upon arriving, you find like 8 security questionnaire forms, and then you have to wait. He goes and photocopies like 15, comes back, then goes, takes like 30 minutes. So Seth is saying, years ago, a cleaner picked my 50-inch TV, asked me to pass by customs for tax clearance. A lady in the office asked me for $100, or I paid 2.5 million to the bank. You can imagine a 50-inch TV that probably won't even cost you $2.5 to buy in Kampala. Then an extremely high level of corruption thriving at Entebbe Airport. Living Uganda is a crime. We pass through a lot. I even reached to the extent of thinking that it's normal to suffer from our own country. I don't want even to come for vacation because I don't want headaches. Man, I had everything and someone at the entrance stopped me. I came late. Imagine my flight to leave at 5 p.m. and I was there by 1 p.m. All they wanted was a bribe to let me in, but I refused. It's sad. We are not humble to it here. I'm sure they have a long chain because they told me to check with the airline, of which nobody was there in their office. Yeah, that thing happened to me in my experience. I'm going to share my experience. Write a letter to International Air Transport Association in Canada and executive offices in Geneva, Switzerland, and collect the signatures for those aggrieved. Oh, that can work, eh? And I think the other thing is we're not informed. Like Patrick knows like the procedure, but we have no idea what the procedure is. To take action upon these guys. Yeah, it's a very sad thing, and I'm thinking that people are scared. People are very scared you're scared of talking about the names of the particular people because can you imagine some people have said that they no longer use Entebbe airport, that they get their flights booked through Nairobi. So Arinya bus, then they go to Nairobi, then they take their flight from Jomo Kenyatta airport instead of Entebbe airport. You can imagine a Ugandan citizen deciding to take a bus to Nairobi so that they can take their flight. This is evil. This is pure evil. You get, and I didn't even know this was possible, because if it were possible, I would be one of those guys that take a bus. You get, it's a very evil thing that is happening in Uganda, because living in Uganda is a hell, but also leaving Uganda is a hell. Coming back to Uganda is a hell, especially if you are like, so someone was sharing, she's a TV personality. I've been told not to share names, even when there are allegations. And I take back the thing that I said about the lady at the airport being a relative of a big person. I take that back because I have no proof. I was reporting what someone else said on their video. But anyway, so this TV personality says she went abroad and she bought 4 iPads for her kids. You get? Now, I want you to understand that if I go and buy, let's say, iPads, okay? If I go and buy iPads in a shop in Belgium, for example, those iPads have already paid tax in Belgium. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. They have paid tax in Belgium. Now they are going to tell you it's not tax free and all, but these are iPads that I'm buying for my kids. Okay, so this particular day say, so you know, sort of iPads we have subuzi. Until someone that knew her and this person works in URA came and said, wait, because she's popular. And then she was imagining, if this was a person that is not known by anyone, what would have happened? And the actual sense is that if you're not known at that moment, or you're not so you're being taxed double. And the reason why people buy these things from abroad is because those things are here, but they are not the quality that they can get from abroad. Quality we all know that Ugandan traders go to buy things, but they buy the worst quality because it's much more affordable for them. You get, and it's understandable, they want to make a profit, but Ugandans are poor. Be careful. Ugandans are poor, and they can't afford to buy expensive gadgets. So no musubuzi naye abagula bintu biri cheap. As when I kutunda cheap. I don't know if I make sense. So if you went, for example, to Canada and you saw an iPad, this is original. So what would stop you from buying it? So you buy a TV that is going to your home, and trust me, you're buying that TV, you've not bought tax free. The TV already paid tax in the country of origin. Of course, there is a law that anything that you bring in Uganda that is over $50, now that's taxation law. You'd have to understand. But instead of putting people at the airport that want to take bribes, you display the taxes they are supposed to pay. If possible, have a leaflet in the airplane. Let people have those leaflets in the airplane. They pick it up from the seat pocket in front of them. They pick it up and they read, like, if you have imported a TV that is worth this amount, you're supposed to pay this percentage of the value. so that they know. Also, why don't you publish these things on the Ugandan website, on the embassy website in that country, so that people know? Also, why doesn't URA have social media handles? Because you know that these young people that have gone to Dubai, these young people that have gone to Canada, they have social media handles. Have social media, publicize the taxes. And I'm thinking the reason they don't publicize these things is because they want to take bribes. They want to promote the corruption because they benefit from the corruption. You get what I'm saying? So publicize these things. Do a video. Jiteke ku TikTok as URA. Say, if you buy a TV that is worth this amount or this amount and you don't have a receipt, for example, because some people don't have receipts, okay? That shows that this TV already paid tax where you bought it, for example, you'll have to pay tax here. Those guys are so harsh, and it happens most if you're not intelligent. Me, I exchange them more words when hindering my wife to pass, but I send them all our introduction pics they left her without. Okay. Then Joan is saying, good morning, Arthur. I wasn't ripped off anything yet, but I have friends who bought 3 iPads for her children, and they told her to pay 900k or else she won't have access to them. Can you imagine? So 900k is tax for what?
But if you want some.
No, thank you. You get 900k is tax for what? If that iPad in Uganda costs 900, so can you tell me that one iPad can pay 300,000 in tax? You get what I'm saying? So let it be clear that URA accepts, for example, bribes. You can imagine paying 900,000 in tax in bribes. You get. Let it be clear that when you bring an iPad, you pay this tax. When you bring a phone, you pay this tax. You bring this, you pay this tax. You get. Let it be clear. But I think the Ugandan agencies are clearly are openly not being. Hey, you guys need a thermometer. Eh? Let me see. I have 2. I have
The
2.
nice one.
The nice one. The nice one may not come back. But you have one that is home. I don't know. I don't see the second one here. I don't know if it works. This, yeah, the good one, you have it at home. So Aban, this is your thermometer as a doctor. Okay? And you check temperature of your patient. Yeah.
Can you give him the cover?
The cover is broken. Okay. Here, clean it. Okay, so I think the agencies are clearly not publicizing, for example, like the issue of how much tax you're supposed to pay on the items that you bring into the country, or the issue of they're not publicizing, for example, that nobody's supposed to receive bribe. They're not publicizing that you can actually pay tax using mobile money or using Visa. They are not publicizing those things in this thing is heavy. What's in here? They are not publicizing these things intentionally, and probably to promote the bribes that even the top officials get a bit of. You get. Aban, if you spoil my thermometer, me and you will not be friends. You use it strictly to check the temperature of your patients, okay? Huh?
Yes.
I hope you're looking at me understanding. I hope you're not just looking at me to make me think you're understanding. You're very attentive. Yeah. So but anyway, the experience is bad. Me, I stopped using Entebbe Airport in 2016. I now use Jomo Kenyatta. You can imagine, we even have someone that goes to Jomo Kenyatta Airport before they go to a country that they have been going to for a very long time. You can imagine a Ugandan doing that. In a visa, they have an air ticket, they probably have a residence permit, because Ragnar, I'm imagining you have a residence permit. They have a work permit. They probably even have rent receipts that they have been paying rent that side. They even have a house in Uganda to show that they will come back, but they are not using their own airport because they know some idiot, some fool is going to ask for a bribe for them to be able to access a plane that they paid for legally. You get what I'm saying? And the worst thing, Arthur, Ugandans here in Dubai, take their numbers and they help passengers to pass out cheaply with 300. Are you sure? So now we even have brokers in Dubai. Hey, the guys in Dubai, they take their numbers. The guys at the airport. You know, something is really wrong with us as Ugandans. Something is really wrong. You can't be promoting something. You see, Ragnar is a permanent resident but he doesn't use his national airport because he's scared that he will be ripped off. So he takes a bus to Nairobi. Okay? He takes a bus to Nairobi and then takes a plane from Nairobi. How will Ragnar be proud to be a Ugandan? How will Ragnar be a patriot? Either you're going to have to force Ragnar to be a patriot. You're going to have to force Ragnar to be a patriot. Utandike kujja ku TV ngogamba gwe tokozesa national airport. So you are not patriotic. Bichi. But patriotism is created by making people love their country through service delivery. Yeah? Yeah, you tell mommy to clean them.
Daddy,
Yeah?
I think I want to wipe.
You want to wipe? Let me give you one. So I think, and I totally hope, that the videos that are going around, they get to someone that has some kind of power or some kind of influence to cause change. Okay, what will I now? Anyway, I hope the videos that are being done on this subject get to a person that has the power and influence to cause change. I doubt. From the videos I've been seeing and what people have been saying, apparently the people that are at the airport are relatives to big people. They are relatives to big people. They are untouchables. You can imagine if in my company, it's my sister that is making people's lives hard. Abera kumpi untouchable. Okujjako nga nze nga nanyini company, I'm logical, which I've not seen anywhere. Let me just see this other comment. Kinyiza nnyo okulaba omusajja omukulu nga yatamanyi kuvuga mmotoka. So Nathan's thing is don't try as much as possible to not promote this evil by even having their numbers in your phone. You have the numbers of these people. Mbono yakuyambako okuyitawo omusasule emitwalo 3. That's pure evil. That's pure evil. Pure evil. And I'm telling you, if we for example do what Ragnar is doing, tulekera okosa Entebbe airport, numbers zaabwe reducing. Because according to news already, Entebbe airport is a private entity. It belongs to a big person in government. It doesn't belong to the country. It doesn't belong to citizens. Probably that's why that is happening. My vacation is in 4 months. That's what Joan is saying. My vacation is in 4 months time. I will consider flying to Jomo Kenyatta airport and using a bus to Uganda. It's better. I wouldn't want a headache. You see, people, even people that are coming back don't want to use Entebbe airport. You get, you can only use Jomo Kenyatta when you don't have cargo, and mostly fragile cargo. But when you have cargo, then you are doomed to use our own airport. But most of the time, people that are leaving the country don't have, like for example, me, every time I'm traveling, I just go with my backpack. Yeah, I put 2 jeans in there, 2 shirts in there. Because in the city I'm banga. Then normally when I go, I'm abroad for like a week, sometimes even 2 days. I travel, get to the country. I use 2 days to travel, which in Bamongo is Ezimu. Get there, I'm there for 2 days. Then I use another 2 days to come back. Chitegeza, if I'm going to perform, I need my costume. choka close to go okitegeera, and if I can pay for laundries on ebazoza, then when I'm coming back I still have okitegeera. But anyway, I think one thing we can do is to fight this evil. Thanks. We can fight this evil by not being part of it. Okitegeera. We, for example, use another airport whenever you can. Okitegeera. Because it's clear these guys are powerful. They're untouchables. Okitegeera. You can imagine even a cleaner can stop you from leaving Uganda. A cleaner alongosa toilet nakugamba gwe tojja kgenda. Okitegeera. You have paid for a ticket, you have a visa. Sente zogenda okola ogenda kudda bagenda funamu ticket gyoguze bafunyeko omusolo. What kind of evil is happening in our country? You get? That's very, very evil. That's very evil. Okitegeera. What's happening? Yeah, that's Aban. Because Aban, Nana, you're an IT person. What are you? Yes, you're going to be a computer genius. My kids are doing career day, and Aban is a doctor. His young brother is an IT genius. He even has a flash in the neck, some computer thingy. Let me show these people. You bring this. I show these people. This is his IT thing. His IT gadget. He also has a flash, so he's a computer genius. Aban has a thermometer and a doctor's clock. So Aban, your doctor who?
Dr. Aban.
Okay. Nana will not understand. So Ragnar is an IT genius. Yeah?
This is coming back.
It's coming back. Good. So I think we should probably avoid working with these guys. You can imagine omuntu yabonanga ayita mu airport. Ate go wenyini nobera ne namba y'abantu ababonyabonya banna Uganda banno nga go wenyini obakolera ne sente. Okitegeera? Yes. You see, taxes are not bad, but I think the taxes, it should be open. It should be open that, okay, when you bring a TV into Uganda, this is how much you're paying, so that everyone knows. They should even have it on the screens before people exit, so that we decide whether we want to bring the TVs in or not. There are things that I could have brought, but
it's working.
It's working.
Yes.
Ah. Nana, teach Nana how to make it work. So me, there are things that I've decided to. Yes.
Daddy,
yes.
It's going to work.
It's working.
Yes.
Good. You will show your friends. So there are things that I've intentionally refused to bring into the country because I knew that the tax I would pay would be higher than if I bought the fake one in Uganda, because majority of the things we have in Uganda are not very original. Okay, we have the fake, but even the fakes have grades. There is fake, very fake. You get it?
What's that?
You get. So if you're lucky to get fake or fake and not very fake, then you're okay. So me, I've decided to buy. I've decided that if I'm going to buy a phone, it will be a phone I'm holding in my hand, because that will not be taxed. If I'm going to buy a laptop, then that time I will not travel with a laptop, because I tell about no laptop bidi ekyo nakyo bakifuula ensonga gy'obeera omuntu asobola kuba na laptop bidi nga zonna azikozesa. I don't know if I make sense. Yet we both know that someone can actually have two laptops nga azikozesa zonna. Ontegeera. Someone can have two laptops. Someone can have three phones. Like Samsungs are single lines. So I can have three phones in order to have three lines. But those idiots at the airport, me, I'm calling them idiots. I'm going to share my story now. Let me see. In COVID, I got stuck in New G. My residence permit expired because I was waiting for hotel reservation approval, a requirement for quarantine. They wanted to use this to get money from me. I made noise, they left me. I think we should stop being that humble. When you get to the airport and they want to get money out of you, shout on top of your voice. And I'm thinking, because the airport is a very calm place, the reason why Ugandans tebagala kuswala mbere ku airport nganze nkuba kelele, but you're losing money. Gobota kuba kerere, you're losing money. Nze nakuba kerere omukazi nanneesonyiwa. Okitegeera ate bakambuwala ng'alinga tasasula ku ssente ya muwi wa musolo. You get it? They are very rude, they are very harsh, some of them are very ugly. Okitegeera n'okitunuulira nga tokitegeera. Some of them have gotten jobs through connections. They are not even qualified to be there, but still they try to make life hard for people that have genuinely worked their way to the aeroplane. Chenjo gamba. Someone has worked to get to the airport. Someone has worked to buy an air ticket. Someone has sold the property at home. Everyone at their home is hinging on them going to that country and making life better for the entire family. And some idiot decides that you will not go to make life better for your entire family because you don't have 300,000 to give them. Okitegeera kyetaaga videos zitandika okufuluma pa okitegeera. Remember, I think people publicize the COVID vaccines when there were videos of people dropping dead. Then it was publicized that the vaccine could have potential dangers for people that get it. But also, if Ugandans started slapping those idiots, tonsaba sente abavisa tebategeddenga bajimpa. Okitegeera. Yes, they have a right to stop if they think you're not going to come back. But would you blame a Ugandan who doesn't want to come back if at the airport they are being treated like they are idiots? After your description of fake. Yeah, but we have fake things. You go to a shop to buy something and they even tell you tuina wono grade B, tuina one grade D. No babuza te grade A, grade A tujideta temusobola kujigula. You can imagine. So they start bringing the very good quality you have in Uganda is fake. But you decide to not actually bring the good quality you have. Like me, I've decided to not import anything ever because they will even make it hard for you to pay tax so that you give them bribes. You can reach the airport and they say, you have to pay taxi, but now all the banks are closed and we can't allow you to stay at the airport. So you'll either have to lose your TV or you pay the bribe. You imagine the kind of choices they are giving you. So instead of URA making it easier for you to pay tax even in the night, they don't, so that the bribes keep moving. My in-law works with URA. He told me household items aren't taxed if they are part of the cages. See? Never Bakuba. My last time I used it, I had perfumes in my luggage when returning home and they wanted to charge me 3 times the price I bought them. My brother advised me to start going through Kenya. I'm at peace. Yeah. You can imagine that Ugandans, the citizens of Uganda, are being forced to use Kati Ragnar. When will Ragnar be proud to be Ugandan? These idiots. When will Ragnar be proud to be Ugandan? When will Ragnar be proud to be Ugandan? You get? When will Ragnar be proud to be Ugandan? If he buys a perfume, he buys perfume at 200,000 and you want him to pay 600,000 in tax. Man. There are times I think that not even God can save us. Because if he's looking on, seeing all these things happen, he has probably said, man, you get? Someone made a joke and he said that nekatonda bayinza oba bamuwa enguzi nga naye yakivaako nga naye alinda za mwezi nga bamuwa option either ali enguzi oba mu Uganda togobamu. Okitegeera? Because it's so evil. Anyway, tetujja kubeera with the evil nature of Ugandan officials. And you know, it's a very funny thing. I don't want to offend anyone, and forgive me if I offend anyone, but all these videos everyone is saying that there is a particular tribe of people that is treating people this way. It's one tribe that everyone is talking about. When they say the names, all the names fall into one tribe. Otagera chengamba. All the names are from one region of the country. But apparently there are also videos that have come out to say that no, these people are not from our region. These people are from another country. You get it? There are people that are saying, all from one region. Yes, Nathan. But also for people from that region are saying, no, these people are not from our region. I think I can say the nation. These people are saying that these people are not from that region. These people are from Rwanda. Because that's one thing we should say. At least if there are people from our region, then that's something we can handle internally. But they're saying that these are people from Rwanda. So have we gotten to that level that nationals are being treated like refugees by non-nationals? Please give us an overview of Nissan X-Trail. Nissan X-Trail 5. On a scale of 1 to 10, Nissan X-Trail is a 5. And I'm giving it a 5 because it's an SUV, it's comfortable. That's the only reason why I'm giving it a 5. Otherwise, I would have given it a 2. Nissan X-Trail is a 5. Instead of buying a Nissan X-Trail, buy a Kruger, because they pretty much look the same. And you can get all of them almost in the same. By the way, if you bought a Kruger at 15 million, the Nissan X-Trail in the same number plate, same condition, will be at 8. So Nissan X-Trail, no. Actually, you can buy a Vanguard, but the Vanguard is expensive compared to the X-Trail and Kruger. So instead of a Nissan X-Trail, why don't you just buy a Kruger? The Kruger would be a better alternative. You get, that's a Hilux, looks really nice. The biggest reason for Nissans not being good cars is maintenance. If you buy a shock absorber for a Kawundo at 300,000, you'll buy a shock absorber for a Nissan X-Trail at 800,000. This is if you're buying new things. But the one thing that happens with the X-Trail is that if you put something that is good, it will outlive the one in the Harrier Kawundo. Because Harrier Kawundo has a lot of fake shocks. But the Nissan X-Trail don't have fake. You get it? And you'll find that most people that have X-Trails have actually started putting Toyota spares. Why? Because the Nissan spares are very expensive. Some of these Nissan drivers have even normalized driving cars that are not in good condition. You get? So Raymond, X-Trail, yes on you. Of course, I'm going to do a video on the X-Trail. I have a friend that has an X-Trail, but I'm thinking if he had an option of buying a Kruger, then when he bought an X-Trail, he would have bought a Kruger. But of course, you need to understand that X-Trail consumes less fuel than the Kruger. You'll find that the X-Trail is 2.0, the Kruger is 2.4. You get what I'm saying? So less fuel in the long run, but even the money you spend in terms of fuel, you will spend on maintenance, because maintenance is very expensive. I don't know if I make sense. So all Nissans are very expensive to maintain, so it doesn't really make sense to, however cheap it may be, it doesn't make sense for you to buy a taxi obusiru ebitana bimukutte neye ayagala kuyita wera agenzi. So X-Trail, you guys if you can avoid an X-Trail, avoid it. The only reason you should buy an X-Trail is because of budget constraints. Only buy an X-Trail because you don't have budget. Because you can get an X-Trail at 10 million. You cannot get a Kruger at 10 million. You get it? So that's the only reason you should buy an X-Trail. Then there's send it saving and go the X-Trail is a LIC. You'll end up spending it in maintenance in the first year. So that's one thing you need to know. And I've seen an X-Trail get an MP. And this is not like this year. It's like 2 to 3 years ago. MP na X-Trail ngeganye. So that's one thing you need to understand. Now we just over kulema baba MP amulema na ajivako na damu primo. Yes, an MP left the X-Trail na ajirekera makanika and he started driving a Primo. Why? Because the engine got issues, and when the mechanic was fixing those issues, he created more issues and more issues and more issues until the MP decided that why atava ku X-Trail afa woza, and he said let me drive my Primo until the next time they give us 200 million for me to buy another car. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, let me share my experience at the airport. Now this happened when I was like around 20 or 21, 2011. I was going to Portugal and I was set to go through the UK. I don't know why they made it this way, but I got the visa, and like always 2 days I got my visa. So I get to the airport. Normally me, because I know the airport in Entebbe, I thought that it was a normal thing with Ugandans not wishing well other Ugandans, that you can get to the airport an hour to 2 hours to leave in, and they make life hell for you. So for me, I get to the airport 4 hours, 3 hours to the flight. So I get to the airport. My flight is supposed to be in the morning, and I get to the airport at around, my flight was supposed to be at 6, so I get to the airport at 4 a.m. Okay? 4 a.m. Because the morning flight says Teziba Munyo Bantu Banji. No, it wasn't 6. My flight, it's a long time though. My flight was supposed to be at 5 a.m. So I actually got to the airport at 1 a.m. Yeah, I'm thinking, okay, if I get to the airport, I can doze. So I get to the airport, I go, Neptamu security, then I go, these first chicks, the first chicks that go through your documents. The chick tells me, you need a transit visa. So my flight was going through the UK. Up to this day, I don't know that that's a thing. You get, because transit means I'm just going through. I will not leave the airport. So the airport is free space. As long as I don't get into your country and I stay in the airport, I'm safe. I would only need a transit visa if I'm going to go to the to the UK and then probably get out of the airport for some time and then go. Then I'll need a transit visa, a visa that allows me to be in the UK while I'm in transit. But I was not going to be even in the airport for an hour. I was going to be in the airport for like 20, 30 minutes as I rush to go take my next flight. But this chick, young Anna, nze byenguzi nga sibimanyi nali mwana muto. Nga sibimanyi nenguzi nakajiga kati nti ebiseera bimu omuntu akufunira ka project olina muwa sente. Botamuwa sente tajja kudizikuwa project ndala. You can imagine last year we did a project and this person, the project manager, came on after we had gotten the project. Okitegeera. N'atandikira makatiga project. Now tumaliriza project and we are supposed to be paid our last installment. Then the guy starts calling me. No, ate ebintu byonga bintawanyiza. Ojja kumpaayo kasente abantu balowooza nalidde. You get it? Actually, I did not give him money. Nasigala mugamba nja kuwa. But the project ekisooka batuwa sente ntono. It was our very first project. Naye twagikola later on. So twasaba sente no because we wanted to have a project, a breakthrough project. Tulemegena project nene bagamba temuyina experience. You get it? So we got this project. Guy yajja later nga ayagala nguzi to process our last payment. Na musubiza nja kuwa a processing a payment naye somewhere de chikumi. Because it's evil. We did our job, we did it right. Then natandika okugamba simanya contract was breached. Nenga their organization breached the contract. We were supposed to do the job in like 3 months, but because of their own issues, we did it in 6 months, of which fete twa complaininga. breach of contract, track complaining. For us, we did our job. But like the humble people we are as Ugandans, they went beyond the 3 months, but we still did our work. It's our fault that we did our work beyond our prescribed time. Somewhere they chukumi, by the way. Nze nakakiyiga nti omuntu bwajja mu project ne bamukola omulimu gwammwe to the dot. No wonder we have bad roads. The corruption is bad and it's everywhere. Okitegeera, so I reached the airport and me, I didn't know that I was supposed to give her money. So nze bwe yaŋŋamba you need transit visa, you cannot go on. Ndowooza yalowooza. And I think the reason why now it's coming to light is because now the people that are traveling are actually buying their tickets. So nze bwe yaŋŋaana, someone came to me, they took their mambo jambo, sijukira na byangamba, someone from the airport staff. Nze bwe yaŋŋamba biki nze natambula butambuzi from airport, and I called my people because I'm going for work. Okitegeera, I'm not paying for these tickets. Nemba kuya nembagamba omanyi baŋŋaanya okugenda because apparently I don't have a transit visa. And then this guy said you cannot get a Portuguese visa without, if they would tell you that you need a transit visa and you're going to be in the airport for like 30 minutes, you don't need a transit visa, which was true. I didn't need a transit visa. These chicks, I think, wanted money. So I just told these people rebook me another flight. So they booked me another flight through Amsterdam. And can you imagine, I went to the airport at 1 a.m. Okay, because I didn't have that money to go back home and then come back. The next flight was with KLM at 10 p.m. That time KLM gegenda sawa nyeze echiro. Okitegeera. So I went with KLM at night. Sa complaining because at that time Muzei, why Muzei? Nonji mpoze hiyo. At that time it was not popularized. Finger fabatambula tetumanyira kumanya byanguzi. The sabi manya. So another flight was booked for me and I went. Since then I've not gotten any trouble because I think the more you get exposed, the more you learn that okay, I have rights. And since then nzo omuntu bageza ko kunsinyikira ka amanyi ngambuza buze bibuze bitali mu me, I just give you papers. Okitegeera, I just give you papers. Oragawa ogenda kola kinga mugambo omanyi okusoma because the invitation has a reason why you're going. Okitegeera, ngamugamba soma invitation ani yafunide visa ngamuga kubira embassy. Okitegeera, onokomawo ngamuga kulabikiranga atakomawo passport. And I think that's the reason why Ugandans that have more than one passport actually have all the passports stapled together. Okula go into why enze go genda okumanyira natambula dda. But we should not be doing that. So let's see, Johnny, me, some guy that at the airport wanted the flight to leave me when I was going back to Dubai from my vacation. I had everything, wanted Simanya permit entry, yet I had my visa and on an Emirates ID. The guy wanted money, which I didn't have. I only had 5k. The guy accepted the 5k. The plane was almost leaving me. He wanted 50k, but I didn't have it. And no one sent me because I had debts. Man, December 2021. Man, no bulokubo muntu ebikonde. No bulokubo muntu ebikonde. No bulokubo muntu. Good morning JK. Experience was some years. No bulokubo muntu ebikonde. Nze kati omuntu bwatandika okumpoleza mbusimanya ambuuza buuza ebibuuzo ebiremesa nga mugamba gwe olowooza ngenza okutuuka wano nga sitegeera abampadde visa tebategeera abampise tebategeera. Like I have hotel booking, I have insurance, I have an air ticket, I have a visa, I have a return ticket okulaga nti nkomawo. Okitegeera? Man, good morning Jose. Uganda is hot, eh? Uganda is hot. Uganda is hot, guys. Me, I saw videos of people crying. because of what they went through at the airport. And guys, if you're from the region that they are saying is doing this evil, I think it's time that you fought for your region. It's time that you joined the other regions or the other tribes to fight the evil that is going on and is being plastered on your tribe. Because that tribe, people are getting stains on their heart against that tribe. Nti mwe abagishu mutuyisa bubi. Mwe abagishu mutuyisa bubi. Can you imagine people get to the extent of saying that abagishu abo tujja basasula? Abagishu abo batuyisa bubi. I'm not saying it's the Bagishu tribe that is doing it. I'm using the Bagishu because the people that are doing evil will actually get offended if I say the real name of the tribe. So if you're here and you're from that tribe that is being pointed out in every video that is saying the evil at the Entebbe airport, it's time that you and your people started making sure that every evil person that is saying this coming from your tribe, that has the name of your tribe, okay? It's time that you started fighting the evil alongside everyone else. Because your children will pay for this, I'm telling you. People are angry. People are angry, and you don't want to have a generation of angry people. You don't want to have people thinking that your tribe is evil. I have had all these complaints about the airport. I have lucky used the airport time and again without having a yellow card, and I haven't had issues. Those guys made my brother and I leave half of the luggage behind. Are you sure? I've been at Heathrow, I'm an airport, Gatwick. I've never been given a time like at Entebbe airport. Yes, because the people at Entebbe airport are evil. They are evil. They are evil. You get it? The only time I had issues is back in 2015 when I returned, and on my way out they claimed they couldn't see how I entered Uganda again. I laughed at them because I even had a video of my return. You can imagine someone making life hard for you, but they cannot prove how you entered. Yeah, guys. You see that's called a Honda Odyssey. If you have money for maintenance, Honda is one of the most reliable cars according to experiences from people in Europe, America. Honda is very reliable, almost as reliable as Toyota. So if you have money for maintenance, the only trouble with Honda in Uganda is the maintenance, and that's why they break down. But if you can maintain it, the Honda is a very good car. Man, you can imagine someone that is already in another country. You can imagine Joan is saying she doesn't even want to come back to Uganda for vacation to see her own family, people she loves dearly, because she knows that when it comes to time for her to go back to make more money, to come back and show them love, bring them some stuff, that she will be given hard time going back to a country where she has been for a long time. You people, I was talking about this tribe that the people are saying, you guys, from time to time, I'm a Muganda, and from time to time people have been saying Baganda are thieves. Okay? It's my responsibility to make sure that my tribe is seen in a very good light. It's in my responsibility to make sure that a person from northern Uganda doesn't say Baganda are thieves. Okay? That's why in my dealings, as I do work through for the love of cars, I try as much as possible to make sure that we don't deal with people that will steal. I try as much to make sure that people that come to do business with other Baganda are not ripped off, because that's a stain that can never go off someone's heart. If someone is robbed and the person that's robbed them is Mukasa, even a Chisenyi will not be safe next time, because a Chisenyi is a brother to Mukasa. You get? So if someone is treated badly by a Mugoya at the airport, just know that you as an Aikesa, you will not be safe when the time comes for a Mukasa who was treated wrongly by a Mugoya at the airport. You get? If a Mugoya decides to revenge very badly, and trust me, these things are the things that happened in Rwanda with the Hutu and the Tutsis. You get? I'm not fueling it, but I'm saying it's a possibility. So it's your responsibility, if you come from the Gishu tribe that is treating people badly at the airport, to make sure that every Gishu starts treating other people fairly. I don't know if I make sense. I had a ticket, Europe to Uganda and back. I asked the lady if she really thought I used magic to enter. But Siru, can you imagine someone asking you for a transit visa when you're not checking out of the airport, and when your ticket is clearly shows you have exactly? Me at that time, I did not know that they wanted money. And I'm lucky that I was working with people that could book me another flight and bear the cost. Because some idiot wanted money. Now that I've seen those stories, I feel very angry. So it's now, I think one thing we should do, when you go to the airport, record everything that is happening there. You put your phone in the pocket here, Mumaso, utandike to record their faces, their names, so that when you're sharing, you actually have video evidence. Or no, muntu ono yangano kufulume gwanga nga asabe nguzi ya mitwala atano. Let's start recording them. Arthur, use their tribe's name. We, the Bagishu, don't have those characters. Munang Ragna, that tribe has very powerful people that can come and pick you up. And those evil people, Sibona, by the way, Sibona, my wife is from that tribe. My wife is from that tribe. And her family is not evil. But there are families in that tribe that are very evil. And they are going to cause trouble. Because for them, they have stolen a lot of money, first of all. They have created safe havens for themselves in countries like Sweden, Switzerland. So when those troubles come, they will gladly take flights and leave this country. And these people that are saying they will stay here. They will stay here when the Mugoyas are revenging, when the Mukasas are revenging. Because not everyone will keep quiet for a long time. I'm telling you. So it's our goal, as a Muganda, I'm making sure that the stain that was by Baganda that stole, I rub it away through my dealings with For the Love of Cars, to make sure that anybody that buys a car with me doesn't get ripped off. So trust me, when you're dealing with me, Baganda bo dealing and about if brokers that are Baganda are watching this and they're saying kagai katulinyira mudite mujja kubba bantu nga ndaba, I tell you, you don't record legally. We take a simu yo munsawo, you take a call record your laze. Ochitegera obafuna secret camera. Because with these evils that we are saying, abantu bogera amanya g'abantu ababalemesa okutambula nga they had all the legal documents, at this time that evidence would have worked. It doesn't matter whether they are allowed to record or not. You record them. Atekati mwabantu abali Dubai, Europe, you can buy those secret cameras cheaply. Kagure, kateke wano kabenga penny, recording embo y'omuntu. You get what I'm saying? Yes, my in-laws, but not all my in-laws are evil. There is a sect among my in-laws that is evil. That sect yeyo je muino kurwanyisa. You can imagine that now, Okumanyanga, those evil people have done it wrong for their people. Can you imagine a person comes from that region, they are even changing their names. They are afraid to be called let me tell you, there is a business, there is a project I got, and this guy is from that tribe. He changed his name when he's dealing with us. When he's dealing with us, he calls himself another name. But on documents, he signs his real name. Can you imagine that those evil people are now making you scared of even calling yourself your name? Matters past. Yeah. Banage bagayi bange. Abaganda mulwanyisa obubbi. Mulwanyisa obubbi because it's staining us. Namwe bamugoya abali ku airport abagiganya abantu namwe mulwanyisa ekyo. You fight all that evil. Okitegeera. You fight all that evil. Anyway, eyotuveyo bagayi bange. Let's go back to our normal mode. This channel is mostly about cars, okay? But you cannot peacefully buy a car in Uganda if, for example, your chance to buy a car in Dubai is hindered by an evil person. Good morning, sir. Since uli yavuze wanu wa sugundi nze wanu wesijivuga kubanga bali bantawanyizaako si bubi sebo kale sebo nawe je baliko ono walteza yavuga wanu we. So you guys, you cannot peacefully own a car in Uganda if all these evils are permitted to continue happening. Okitegeera, we have to fight these evils one by one. Then we will enjoy our country in peace. Then we will be proud to be Ugandans. Then we will be proud to be Africans. But until all those evils are fought one by one, tugenda kusigala nga buli kiseera muntu ayagala okufuluma eggwanga lye. Omusima yagala ateeka motoka mu parking yange. Yina slot yange. Yeah, anyway, so guys, my time is also up. I have to go. I wanted, you know, when something happens and it's evil and you don't talk about the evil, you're basically part of the evil. You are supporting evil. I never want to be one of the people that are supporting evil or one of the people that think that evil is okay. You get, evil is bad. Evil is wrong. And what is happening at Entebbe Airport is wrong. And I think that nze ng'omuntu ayagala ennyo emmotoka ng'ayagaliza abantu bafune emmotoka ng'ayagala abantu baba obulungi basobole okugula emmotoka nange bampe kasente. If I don't join my voice, join kigambo kifu, but kati kitwalira awo. If I don't add my voice to those people that are fighting this evil, I will be condoning evil. You get, and I don't want to condone the evil. So, but let's try as much as possible to fight it. If you were treated badly at the airport, go use whatever channel you have. What we have left is our mouth, guys, to talk about the evil. Because sengate bayogera nnyo nti abaganda babbi, probably abaganda tebayitandise kweddako ne bagamba why tuleme kubba abantu tulekeraawo obubbi tulekeraawo kino okitegeera. But now that we have talked about the airport, and it's particularly one tribe, the Bagisho, that are being talked about, we should talk about the Bagisho so that the Bagisho stop being the evil people. Bogenda ku internal affairs, the Bagisho are treating people badly. Okitegeera. Every government entity, by the way, wogenda ya abantu abasinga okwagala engozi, abantu abasinga okutuyisa Bagisho. I'm saying Bagisho, but it's not really Bagisho. The people that have been treated badly by this tribe know what I'm talking about. I have to go, guys. Thank you very much for being part of this live broadcast. Thank you very much for sharing your experience. But I'm also telling you, go and share your experience even on your social media platforms. Use TikTok, okay? Use Facebook. use Instagram, use whatever channel you can use to talk about this evil. Tujigobe mugwanga lyafe. You get. Don't forget, I do pre-purchase inspection to help you get your car. And pre-purchase inspection will cost you just 400,000. I also sell tracking devices. A tracking device is between 350 to 450. I also sell car alarms at 250,000. I'm also a marketing professional. These are the things that keep me living in Uganda. Otherwise, Uganda, you're chanang and agenda dakucheyo. Which China. By the way, the Chinese are treating Ugandans badly on the airport. At the airport there, Chinese are treating people badly. So if you're Chinese here and people have been complaining, because you have been hearing the names, Yung Wan, Jet Li, they are the names of the people that are treating people badly at the airport. You get it? There is this lady, Jungwu Yu, who refused over 50 people from traveling because they did not give her money. You get? Anyway, away from trying to make things seem funny, it's not good what is happening. Temoe Davida, I'll be here live tomorrow because tomorrow is a Saturday. I'll do it at 5 p.m. Yeah, so we'll be live at 5 p.m. I'm going to schedule the live. But thank you. I don't take for granted but that you guys actually come and watch this live. Someone actually commented, Nagamba, Arthur, you should not only do about cars, you should also be doing about developmental issues. And clearly this person wasn't watching my yes, gently. This person wasn't watching all the videos to full length because I'm thinking that on this channel we talk about everything ekituyambako kulakulana because ebituyambako kulakulana ate bituyambako gule motoka okitegeera tosobola gula motoka ng'oli mwavu era bw'ogigula ng'oli mwavu ekulema okitegeera ekulema. Joan Bambi, you expound, be careful how njogedde kibannanga ate Joan kati ekikunyiizizza. Anyway, so we talk about everything that helps us get forward, because when we get forward you can actually afford cars, you can afford houses, you get it. Joan ninze ongambe, be careful ata kantu ako tekategerekeka. Unknown destinations sikategedde nako. Sikategedde Joan. Yes, Ed is saying, you guys, you buy cars, avoid border borders because border borders are not very safe. We all know that already. They are not very safe, but only buy a car if you can afford it or if you need it. Because if you're not someone that travels every day in your car, then you definitely don't need the car. I'm so fearful. One thing you guys need to understand is that yes, our country is a good, the weather is nice. The Uganda, get Uganda alone and put it here. It's a very good country, okay? But get all the evil that is happening in Uganda and put it there, and majority of Ugandans would choose to go to the US if they had an option. You get it? Take the evil out, and Uganda is a very nice country to be in. Put the evil back, because one of the evils that is happening is Entebbe Airport. You get Joan Ngamba to unknown destinations. Tell me, Joan. Yeah, be clear. Anyway, Uganda is a very good place without all the evil that is happening at internal affairs, at the airport, in the hospitals, the roads that are being done poorly, the corruption, you get the abductions. And I'm not being political, guys. I don't subscribe to any political party, but all I'm saying is that all the things that I'm talking about affect every Ugandan, by the way. You get it? Yeah. Now I get what you're saying. So you see that we have just talked about an evil that affects every Ugandan, but Joan is actually telling me you can be picked up. You get it? It's that serious. Our country is that serious. You get it? But I'm not being political. Whatever I'm talking about is aimed at making our country a good country. That if anyone in government wants to make this country right, they would watch this video in a good light. You get, even the Chinese themselves that we are talking about, even the Chinese would actually come and look at this video in a good light and try to make things better. Because if the Chinese decided that they will create world war on everyone that talks about the evil that is happening, they will have to kill the entire country. Because if you take Arthur out of the equation, someone else will come and they'll definitely talk about the evil that is happening. You get it? She means Chitalia. Arthur was just saying, I'm told when those people are spoken of, they send drones for you and you are taken to unknown destinations. Yeah, that happens. That definitely happens. But I've not talked about them. I've talked about the Chinese. I've not talked about them. I've talked about the Chinese, even the Bagishu. No, the brokers are Bobote Bankanga. Because trust me, never talk it on the channel. Even today, someone has watched my videos since I started. You get what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter whether we talk about things, the evil continues to happen, but we should not keep quiet. We should not keep quiet. May I understand the drones exist, but I believe that instead of you sending a drone from me, you'd rather tell me to get out of the country and go, instead of actually treating me badly. Tell me, keep quiet, get out of the country. I would go peacefully. Because I believe that when I talk about the evil that is happening, I'm trying to make this country better for my kids. I have kids in this country. Evil, you know. I don't want my kids to grow up in this kind of evil. You get? So when I talk about this evil, I'm not doing it out of a bad heart. I'm doing it because I have children. I'm going to have grandchildren because I have boys, and they may decide to give me grandchildren when they're still 17. You get, because that happens. That's one thing you cannot. So if I have children, I'm going to have grandchildren. I want this country to be better. So there is no way I talk about the Chinese. And by the way, John, I've not talked about any other tribe. Bagishu and the Chinese. You're evil. Like I'm saying, you would not send a drone for me. Anyway, I only wish the best for my country, and I'm sure all of you guys wish the best for the country. You get? I hope the drone doesn't come for me anytime. Yeah, if it does, and they come for me, at least you guys know that I didn't mean bad for anyone. Anyway, the drone is Sigitia, because at the end of the day, they are supposed to be sacrificial lambs for things to get better. If I decide, if I be one of those sacrificial lambs, then it's okay. Anyway, guys, I have to go. Thank you very much for being part of this live. Let me see the names. Martha today was number 1, Emma number 2, October, Kenny, then Daniel Mosh, Seguya Eddie, Council Patrick Asiku. Banange don't even twara Council Patrick wali. Tuina Council Patrick, tuina Council Yunusu, tuina Council Simon Chisache, nyina kuno ba Simon nga basatu nejeka ina muganda wina e Council. So drone bwe nona nyina ba Council nga bana. Abatajja tuseera nnyo. Then of course then we had Nico, Charles Sebaduka, Seth, Juko Nathan, Chris Da Vinci, Ragnar, Aloyo Joan, Raymond Waswa. And Raymond, I'll say this again, please avoid the extra if you can. And then Johnny, JK, Pasco Joseph, Nico Kaziwe. I think I already said that name already. Yeah. And of course, Kenneth Katongole. Hi, Kenny. And Katongole normally warns me. Kenneth, I'm kuja. Now I'm petting what's up, nanga man. Be careful. He has that American accent. Hey, man, this is Kenneth, man. Be careful, man. I don't want those guys to come for you, man. You get? But you know, we have got to a level where everyone thinks that we're going to how did we get there? How did we get to this place? And I think if there is one thing that would make me flee my country, it would be that evil. of that you can't talk about the things that are going wrong in the country, otherwise bagenda kunona. That's one thing that will make me leave my country and never come back. And it's so sad that I have family members that think that that evil is okay. Even Joan is an upcoming council. You know, my grandmother thinks abantu bebawamba kababawambi, but she's 80, so I don't blame her. Mchara mukuru ndoze ebintu ebimu tebikyagatta bulungi, but you know my grandmother thinks abo bebanona mu drone kababanone lwaki boogera ku government balina gyogerako bibi. Okitegeera guys, I have to go. Thank you very much. Nabali Mukamwoli, thank you very much. I don't take it for granted. I wish you a very nice day. See you tomorrow evening. Ciao.